That's good. I don't want to walk you down memory lane or anything. It's only been 2 years, but this is kind of where it all started.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it, time flies. But how do you remember sort of that experience, especially as a breakout moment?
Yeah, Louisville was a game my freshman year where I guess, came onto the scene nationally, and then the following game I had my first start. So this was right about my time 2 years ago when I really started to become more involved in the offense. And it's cool to look back on, but right now I'm just focused on getting this win on Saturday.
I think that was also the start of that 3-game run, 150 plus yards, which you happen to be on a similar one at the moment. But what's been sort of driving the consistency over? Because this is a year where you're not necessarily big into your numbers,
Yeah, for me, consistency has been a really big part for me, and of this season, I just really want to be dependable in all these situations, and to see that, each game, these last couple of games, I've been able to put up rushing numbers, but also contribute in the pass or in the pass blocking game or decoy and fake, and open up opportunities for not only myself but for other parts of the offense has been great. And it also is a testament to AB throwing the ball. David coming in doing his thing. We collectively have been wearing defenses down. So it's not just a one-man team, but it does feel good to know when you're putting your all in, you're studying film, and you're doing whatever, all that extra stuff that it is actually, being shown on Saturdays.
Along with the different facets of your game as a running back altogether, but are there ways specifically just as a runner, whether it's seeing blocks develop or hitting holes quicker or kind of whether it's moves in the open field or whatever, but are there things that are different from 2 years ago? Because you set the bar pretty high.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say just understanding the game in general. I didn't know anything. To be honest, my freshman year, I knew where I was supposed to go and where I needed to be, but I didn't know who really was blocking, how the blocking set up, where the double teams were. I didn't understand how to read a defense to get by myself a couple seconds of anticipation. And I feel like now I'm at a good point where obviously there's still stuff to learn, but for the most part I kind of understand the totality of the game. And so that allows me to set up those blocks. That allows me to be a little bit more patient on the run because I'm anticipating where a corner or a safety is going to be on the outside because I do that film study now.
Is there a difference 2 years ago, in theory, not that you were a complete surprise, but nobody saw you coming? Now you can wave at 8 people in the box whenever you line up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the difference kind of in that approach from maybe stuck up on people 2 years ago?
I'd say it's not really any surprise or not. Anybody who watches Boston college football, the last couple of years, you kind of see teams generally stack the box or have a lot of people hats in the box or keying in on the run. And I take it as a sign of respect. Me, David back there, we got a bunch of guys, Travis, Benny, I could go on, and guys who are highly capable. And with that, obviously, yards are harder to come by and things like that. But it's that was my big key thing. It's all about being dependable. It doesn't matter about the yards. That's why the 150, whatever, it's nice. But the 80 against Virginia Tech was great, even though that was hard to grind through. And, that's a sign of respect, but it also opens up things in the pass game. And we have playmakers out there, too. So, Kobe, Zay, all those guys. And Anthony can obviously get it to him.
The week before Louisville, that loss to Virginia Tech, that was the worst loss of the year.
Yeah.
How did you guys, did you just know you had to respond?
Yeah, as a young guy, you're talking about my freshman, as a young guy, I was kind of going with the ebbs and flows of the team, watching the older guys. That's one thing I kind of came in here with, just be a sponge of everybody, try to take things. So I wasn't really the most vocal, but I understood the, precedent that game had. And so I just went out there with the mentality that when my number was called, whatever situation was, I was going to be as much as a benefit to the team as I could. And I happened to make plays, and that was that.
It was a cool matching Lamar Jackson, drive for drive. You know what I mean? That was.
Yeah.
There were two people on that stage that day.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could really match Lamar, but I feel like I did a pretty good job at that. Looking back at the game now, but it was honestly an honor to even be out there on the field, and I ended up getting to meet him that year down at the ACC awards ceremony when I got Rookie of the Year. He's a really great guy, and he gave me some words of wisdom. And I got to talk to him, and I mean, he's a tremendous player. So being able to be going in that offensive battle kind of thing, that was pretty cool.
I was going to ask, like, when you look at what he said to you 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, like after
2 years,
the season, like when you look at what he told you then, because it was about expectations, about what you had looking at. Like, do you look back and like, man, he was right. You know?
Yeah. He told me like nothing crazy, just a brief, like just kind of understand like what's gonna come with this. And I've touched on that before. Last year, I had all the expectations in the world, got injured, things didn't necessarily go my way. I had to bounce back, and I feel like it all happened for a reason. It all came together now, and I'm understanding kind of that holistic approach of studying the film, making sure that I'm doing the things right, leading by example, not worrying about the stats, not worrying about the yards or the awards. And I mean, I'm having fun, I'm loving what I do, and I'm just, I know that my action is leading the team. I don't always have to be the guy who yells, but people can look to me and depend on me. So it's great.
I can't remember the Louisville defensive player, but Lindstrom was blowing him up, especially in that second half. Do you remember? I mean, you were too busy running, but do you remember the way the offensive line performed? And
I remember, Chris and all those guys. All those guys were doing tremendous. I mean, Ben was playing center at the time, right? That was great. I mean, there's a play when I score and I kind of have this end zone thing where I'm yelling like that. It's a picture, but we ran a power play, and Chris came around and blew it up, and everything was open in the second. So, I mean, I knew then that Chris was what he was going to be. And, I mean, I love my offensive line. I just went out and got bust pub with them the other day. But, I mean, and they're still here now, and a bunch of those guys are ready to have another great game.
Good. A couple of words Dazio used is consistency and so on and so forth. You've heard it. I don't want to say like, do you feel like the team has an identity yet? Because it's 5 weeks of the season. We kind of know what you do offensively or whatever. But like, is there a point where it's like, all right, well, we got to kind of hit a stride?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to say. I mean, as far as like what we do scheme-wise, I feel like that's always been our kind of style of offense and things like that. And we have a lot of weapons in run game and pass game. But I feel like as a team, like inside, I feel like we're ready to fight and we're ready to make that next step. And I know that's very cliche. People say it all the time, but there's just that type of feeling. And I've been on. Now this is my 3rd year. This is the most committed team all around that I can say I've been a part of. So.